Hi everybody, it's Win Ari. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time, thank you for coming. Please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, and please hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. I film about faith, family, marriage, and random ideas. And today we're going to talk about mental health. So keep on watching. As you can see, we have a different background. We're outside, we're at the park. I wanted to film something outdoors today because I want to talk about mental health. So as you all know, obviously all around the world we are in a pandemic, and it has been difficult for me. And today I'm going to be telling you why it has been difficult for me and how I've been able to manage, right? So I have said in a previous video, when the lockdown first started, for the first 2 weeks, I couldn't go to work. I had to work from home because I didn't have childcare for my children. And because the daycare on Sunday, they closed all of the daycares and all of the school on Sunday without any notice whatsoever. So come Monday morning, I had nowhere to take my children to, and I wasn't just going to put them anywhere just because I had to go to work. So thank God my bosses were so amazing. They just said, you know what, Winnie, work from home, call clients. I do work as a nurse, but I work in mental health. So a lot of my work is around, checking in with a client, ensuring that they need a counsel. That's where I come in. So that's kind of like the scope of my work. So yes, I'm able to actually do it from home and just call clients and check in and see, yo, how's it going? Let's work on some strategies today. Let's work on some grounding techniques today. So that's kind of what I do. So I was able to do that for the first 2 weeks. And then at some point, my youngest child, he's 4 years old. The school he goes to his class had to be under quarantine, his cohort. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but in Canada, kids that are under that are in preschool and under are not required to wear a mask. It's strongly encouraged, but they're not required to wear a mask. My child wears a mask, however, other children doesn't wear a mask in his surrounding. So because of that, he had to isolate in his course. So himself, the teachers, everybody had to isolate. And guess what? So because he's a close contact, he had to isolate. But he's 4, so I cannot leave him at home. So technically speaking, I wasn't under quarantine. However, because he's 4 years old, I couldn't actually go to work, and it was so difficult. And that was how I had to stay home for another 14 days. So this was my second time being under quarantine lockdown in my house. So for 14 days I had to isolate with my children. Again, I was able to leave my home, but because he's 4 years old, he cannot stay at home by himself. So therefore I had to stay at home with him. So we went through that again. Now currently I'm in my 3rd cycle of isolation. This time around, it's my oldest son. 3rd cycle of isolation now. My oldest son, his class had to isolate. Someone in his cohort was positive. However, in his case, they're in 1st grade, so they all wear a mask. They're all required to wear a mask. However, in Canada here again, the rules are if you're within 15 minutes of each other, whether you're masked or not, unfortunately they do consider you a close contact, which mainly goes out for schools. That doesn't apply to my workplace because we are essential workers, so we do have a mask, a goggles, shield on, so we are all always covered all the time. However, for the schools and the students, that doesn't apply to them, so they are under quarantine again. So guys, I'm in my 3rd cycle of quarantine. And I have to tell you, so this is how I dealt with the first quarantine. The first quarantine, I gained almost 20 pounds. I didn't work out. I was just gaining weight. My cheeks were more puffier than it is right now. It was so rosy. I was just eating because I was so upset. I was mad. I had to stay at home all day. I couldn't leave my house. The most I could do with the kids was to take them to my backyard, which is fenced in, and that was all we can do as a family. And I spent a lot of my money ordering food. I just ate, and it was terrible. The second quarantine that I had to do, same cycle. Ate, gained weight, gained weight, gained weight, gained weight. I didn't lose any weight. I was just eating my life out because I was going through a moment. I wasn't depressed. However, I had a low point. I had a low mood, and I couldn't motivate myself to do anything. And of course, I have other things happening in the background as well. That I'll maybe share at a later date. But I was just so tired, and just like, I'm so sick of this quarantine. So I ordered food a lot. I was just eating my life out. Fast forward to current day. Today is May 16th, and I'm on the quarantine again. However, this time around it's a little bit different. Myself and my husband, we decided to share the quarantine, whereby one person stays a couple of days with the kids, and the other person goes to work, and vice versa. We are both in the healthcare field, so we are both essential workers, and if we don't go to work for a long time, unfortunately, where we work will actually be impacted. So we are doing our best to mitigate the damages, so it's not so substantial to our employers, right? So this time around, how am I handling quarantine? It's so different. So we are outdoors right now because I am working out this quarantine. I told myself I'm not gonna gain a pound, not this quarantine. I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna work out, and even if I don't lose any weight, at least I'm gonna be fit. I don't want to go through another 14 days again just stuffing up my face and just eating, because guess what? It's not healthy. I feel it, my body feels it, my joints feels it. You know, when you're it's not good for your body. So the third go around for quarantine or isolation or lockdown, if you want to call it that, I have decided to intentionally be active. So I have a mini home gym, not a lot, just a little bit of weights, a little elliptical to work on, and some I forgot what you call it, the stretchy band or whatever. So I have that in my home. But today I was like, the day is beautiful. My husband is at home with the kids. I can actually sneak away and just film this video here and do a little bit of workout. So this time around in my third lockdown, I have chosen to do something different. I have chosen to work on my mental health. I have chosen to be mindful of what I eat. I have chosen not to order takeout unless it's healthy or unless it's a cheat day. The way I diet, or the way when I want to lose weight, I don't deprive myself of what I want to eat, because the minute I do that, I go overboard. The minute I have a chance to do something, I will do it times 10. So what I do is simple. I have my veggies. I love to eat rice. We're Nigerians, guys. Rice is our staple. It's hard to get away from it, unfortunately. It is difficult, especially for me. I can't do without it. But what I have done, I have cut down on eating bread. I haven't had bread in a really long time. So with rice, I measure like the cup of rice, and I put more veggies in the rice and make sure it's more nutritious and more filling. And then I force myself to sit and eat. In the past, I eat on my bed, I eat by watching TV, I eat on the kitchen counter. Sometimes I'm not focused on the meal. So when you eat like that, sometimes you're not full and you end up eating more. However, I'm doing my best. It's a process, guys. I'm not perfect at doing this yet. However, I'm forcing myself to be mindful of my surroundings and be mindful of what I'm doing at that moment, which is eating. So I'm forcing myself to eat properly and eat in the moment, and enjoy the meal for what it is at that moment. We're losing sun again, but it's all good. You can see my face, right? So I'm forcing myself to do that now. Secondly, I do snack. I do have snack in my house. However, I'm doing my best to snack as light as possible, and snacking with more veggies, more carrots, more salads for snack time. And then this will shock you guys. I'm Nigerian, but I don't actually eat swallow. I don't eat eba. It's not one of the things I would eat on a normal day. So what I've been doing with my soups, I just kind of eat the meat. I love meat, I love chicken, I love those kind of things. So I would just put the soup in a plate and actually drink it like an actual soup with meat. But when it comes to swallow, I love starch and I love pounded yam. So I don't really like to swallow. It's not my thing. But if I cook like banga soup, I would definitely eat starch with it. I love starch. So I will definitely. Yo, I see a bee, guys. So in conclusion, guys, so I have been forcing myself to work out more during this quarantine. So let's go through a quick set of me working out, and you see what I normally do when I try to work out. I would normally run, so I won't run right now. I will just do quick exercise to get my heart rate up, and then I'll start. Okay, let's go. See, a little bit. Okay, let's do some squats, because you know I love my butt tight and right, so squats is the go-to exercise. Alright guys, that's my quick workout. I'm gonna head on home now, and I will do some more when I get home, or not. It all depends. Right now I need some water. It looks like a little bit of workout, but it was a lot because I'm out of breath. So, well, thank you so much for watching. That was my quick 10 minutes workout. I'm exhausted, as you can clearly see. I am sweating. I don't know if you can see the little bit of tracks of sweat, but I'm sweating. So that's all for today, guys. Please tell me, how do you keep sane in quarantine? Because it's a struggle, guys. It's a struggle. So please, the gist of this video is take care of your mental health. Quarantine doesn't mean you should continue to just eat and eat or be unhealthy. Do your best to be as healthy as you can. Even if you're not trying to lose weight, continue to still be fit, be healthy, because even if you're skinny, it doesn't mean you're healthy. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for this video. Thanks for watching. It's your lady Win Ari. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hey, bye.